Welcome back to Manchester and Trafford Rugby Club for the second round of the Belief Elite National Touch Series. And we've had two unbelievable games this morning. The last game ended 10 apiece, and it was quite something to watch as Nottingham Hoods and Cambridge Hornets now go toe-to-toe in our third game of the day. Now Nottingham Hoods get us underway in this game, and looking to go through the middle once again. Looking to build up and looking to try and get that opening try. And Nottingham Hoods now laying off, looking to go towards that try line, looking to try and burst through. Nottingham Hoods in the centre, looking to try and burst through this Cambridge defence, looking to dive for the line, and could this be the opening try? It certainly is, and Nottingham Hoods make a great start and take the opening try of the game. It was a lovely dive forward, looking through the centre. They built it up and were patient in attack and dive forward. Nottingham Hoods make a great start in Cambridge. What can they do? This is the first time we've seen them in possession. And looking to come forward. Berman involved, looking to dive for the line. And what a response. And we're back to one apiece. Oliver Maynard diving in at the line. Back level once again. Yeah, William Lupton then for Hoods, just stepping forward and just trying to make up a few yards through the centre. And now looking to try and work himself an angle, Lupton. Laying it off and looking to try and dive towards the try line. They got it, it was just a touch before the line. There certainly was, and just before the 3-minute mark. And still at one apiece. Turnover in possession. And here come Cambridge Hornets. Still in their own half, looking to go through a more central route, building up ahead of play and looking to try and burst through this Hoods defence, doing really well to build up the momentum. Can they get over the line? Can they get back in front for the first time? This would be a really nice build-up play, and they just couldn't on this occasion, and it remains one apiece. So one apiece in our third game of the day, and I'm delighted to say I'm joined by CSSC London player Henry Stratford, who's just been involved in one hell of a game.
Yeah, it was a bit of a starting game, that one. Were we up by 4 by the end?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Oh, nice play by good pace. So we always want to pick on when you're coming on and you're scooping, you always want the far mid. So here we've gone for the far mid. He stepped in, means that he's running on the mid. There's so much space when it's away from your box, so they've done that well, executed well.
Nottingham Hoods now back in front. It's been a tight game so far in the opening couple of minutes. Both games have sort of started off quite slowly and then burst into life this morning.
Yeah, just off the cobwebs. Both these teams got to the semi-finals in the NTS, I think, last 2 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah.
So it should be a fairly tight game, this, I think. Cambridge probably on paper is slightly stronger, but Nottingham did have a good tournament in NTS, so we'll see how they go.
Yeah, certainly did. And Cambridge looking to try and respond well, looking to this near side, or just not on this occasion. It's good defensive work from Nottingham, and now they can build from the back.
Was Ollie Maynard. He's got a great step there, so good step. Probably just not enough space on the side to be thrown all the way to the wing. Quite compressed the Nottingham defence, which was nice. They've done well here though. Got up, stop them off the box. That's what you want. Stop the momentum. Touch is such a momentum game, so yeah.
It certainly is, and looking to eat up the yards through the middle. Can they burst their way forward? Good touch.
Good try, guys. Deviation out again. Deviation, guys. Good call.
Referee just having a quick discussion, and it's back with Nottingham Hoods. Just over 5 minutes gone.
This is what killed us in our game. Just the amount of repeat sets we gave them. Teams like Wigan are pretty good on the line, so just don't give them the line, and you'll do a bit better than if you do.
Looking to come forward, another important touch just before the line, and turnover in possession back to Cambridge. A good defence on that occasion. Looking to start from the back, looking to go through the middle over the 10 metre. Oliver Maynard in the thick of things, just laying it off and now making way, and still with possession of Cambridge. Over and coming into their own half, looking towards that 5 metre. Good momentum building up and looking to switch it over to this near side. Really nice take. Looking to opt to go back inside, still in possession Cambridge.
So
this is an unbelievable turn, fantastic. Wow. It was Samuel missing. Well, that was exquisite play.
It's one of those, you just throw it and then you're like, okay, what can I do? He's all the way in the corner. And the wing is just switched off for a second. Oh, great play missing. And nice little skip at the end as well, just in case that person's diving. He just had a little skip, I like it. He's got phenomenal feet missing.
Yeah, he certainly did, and he just skipped away. We're back all square after 7 minutes, 2 apiece. It's been an entertaining game so far. Nottingham Hood's looking to try and do something about that, looking to go to this near side. It looks like they have managed to get over the try line. And we're back to 3-2. Good response.
Yeah, good response. Good pass there off the left to right. Not everyone can do that. I can't do it. So that's what I'm saying. It's great pass. Real hard to do.
So it was. So just, well, obviously not the result you wanted, obviously in that game just gone for CSSC, but what a game it was to be involved in.
Yeah, good, and yeah, it's always disappointing when you're up by quite a few and then you come back to draw, but it's better than losing.
Exactly.
All the cliches, but yeah, good game. They've got loads and loads of men's open players, so we knew they were always going to be strong, always going to come back in the second half. It's just disappointing, just not to finish it off, but hey, it's first game, got the rest of the tournament.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah.
Still a full weekend. Cambridge, it looked like they've just hit back. And it was, certainly, in Cambridge. Now, back to 3 apiece.
It's a great pass by Glenn there, because he just passes it towards the ground. You're not throwing it at the ground, but it's towards the ground, so it's nice and easy.
Nottingham Hoods, how can they reply? It's almost been you score, we score in this opening 8.5 minutes. Switching it from left to right, looking to a more central route to try and get through this Cambridge defence, or just slowing it down and bringing it back.
Just moving the defence around, which is great. Just when you're setting up, rather than just walking into it, just throwing it around a bit, getting them moving, getting them thinking about it.
Looking to go for that corner. Important touch.
Maynard that.
Maynard, yeah. Turnover in possession now back with Cambridge, so heading towards the 10-minute mark and 3 apiece. Potentially for another close game, although still a long way to go, half an hour still on the clock.
Yeah, that is the difference. So we were playing in Paris last week and it's 20-minute games and it's proper intense then, because you're like, literally, if we go down by 2 or 3, we're screwed.
There's always a
good pace.
Time, and what a run
wow.
This has been. Oliver Maynard.
Just snaking through there as well. That's great. It's the second bit here. He doesn't even step on this one here. He's just like, I'm just going to change direction. Just beats him for pace, momentum. Great.
Yeah, just that arcing run from left to right, and just goes through, and a fantastic score from Cambridge. And now they lead by 4 points to 3. after 10 minutes. What a game we've got on our hands. It's been a great start to this first day of the second round here in Manchester. And Nottingham Hoods looking to reply straight away.
This is Will Lupton here. Again, another one played for Mix Open for the World Cup. Really good player, great step again. Good pass on him as well now. Just getting both the mid and link up.
On this occasion for Nottingham, but you could see what they were trying to do, trying to create that angle in the middle. But Cambridge can now start on the back once again.
When you're subbing off here, I was literally just about to say, when you're subbing off here, you just need that control. You're 10 minutes into the game. It's what we probably didn't do so well at. It's just control it, complete your sets, get down there. And it's real tempting to do because you often with the way we run, we call it outlaws, as you sub off. You run onto a 3-on-2 and you think, oh, maybe I'll just throw it. And that's exactly what we did there. And really just need that control just to go. Actually, it's about momentum. It's about completing the set. It's about getting to the right bit of territory. Proper rugby league style. It's all about territory.
Oh, what a dive from
Will Lupton.
Will Lupton. Just coming forward, and it was a hell of a dive. And maybe the surface could be helping him just to slide in. Oh my God.
He's just got a huge reach, doesn't he? So we call that a razor. So that's the links come up nice and high, and he's just dumped on the link and stepped out towards the corner, see whether it can be on the outside. Just keeps those links honest, because quite often we want our links trying to make the touch. So it's the one man or woman on the just away from the wing.
Jones to the centre, experience of Glenn Jones. Just stopped, 12 minutes on the clock, and we're 4 apiece. What a game.
I'm predicting, I'm going to say 9. It's going to be 2 score, 9-7 to Cambridge.
Let's see if that pans out that way. That's a really close. Well, of course, we had the all-square game, obviously, we've just seen, and then our opening game was relatively close as well, between BBR and Exeter.
What was the end score on that one?
It was 11-8 to BBR.
Was it?
Yeah.
So I did see, and I saw Exeter were up by a few, and that's a similar thing of like, in the first half you can get up by a few, but doing the whole 40 minutes can be tough against really good opposition.
Well, Exeter, of course, obviously a relatively very new side, so you know we saw them actually in their opening game in Banbury, and they started really well, but then just sort of tailed off. So it was actually, they really put up a good show against BBR in the opening game today.
Yeah, and I think with every game they're going to just get better and better. We played them in the quarter. Oh, nice ball!
Wow, fantastic.
So we call that a B sweeper, where the movement just before that, but nice ball, just like a normal sweeper pretty much now.
And back to 5 apiece. No team wants to try and break away from each other. 13.5 minutes gone. And Cambridge looking to come through the centre. Sadly missing involved, of course, in the middle, but
Sweeper's coming around from Matt Maynard.
Try and drive through.
So I'll have a few more touches here, so I wonder if they'll run a sweeper again. Maybe for Sam Miston this time. And might bear it up.
Sandlin and Maynard involved, looking to sweep it out to this near side. Oh, brilliant take, but a important touch, and it's switched over possession back in the favour of Nottingham Hoods. Let's build from their own half, looking to try and build up a bit of momentum and eat up the yards over the halfway line. A good little layoff, and what a burst this is. Really making up the ground, and Hoods looking to try and come forward. Can they get on the board?
I think touch was made there. I think it was good call. Again, that's momentum. He's ended up dumping on the link, and like it's probably not what you want, but it's actually that momentum's better than anything else.
And Cambridge looking to start over in their half over to that far side, letting the substitutes come on. You'll see that throughout the weekend. Of course, just continued rolling of players over the game for different phases of play and keeping it fresh. Jones now going from his centre over to this near side. Looks to cut back in.
So just stretching the play, we call it banking, so he's banked it on one side now, so the space is probably going to be on the right-hand side if they sweep or hammer and they look for a passive.
Maynard looking to try and break through. Stonewall defence so far from Nottingham. Just slowing things down, Glenn Jones, and just enticing this Nottingham Hoods defence forward. Jones, Maynard now. Selling a dummy, does he get it down?
Great agility there.
Absolutely brilliant from Maynard, and Cambridge now lead after 16 minutes.
A little pump there, pretending he's going to go long and then just straight through the middle. That's the scores you don't really want. It's if you make them throw it long, you feel, yeah, fine, you've shown the skill, and it's a harder skill to do than if you're running through the middle. So Nottingham will probably be disappointed with that one. But again, really high scoring this. What, 6-5 in the first half?
Yeah, it's certainly been a very exciting, exhilarating game so far. Nothing really much to separate the two sides. No one's broken away as thus far as Cambridge look to try and do that and try and get a 2-point advantage. Looking to spread over to this near side, bit of space to run into, good touch. Picked up in the middle.
Swoop's coming round, mid's done well there, he's got up nice and high, which means that he then has that metre or two to then recover. If you let the attack make a dump sort of 5-6 metres out, it brings the line into play, and it means that just one small wrong movement they can score. Whereas if you're sort of 9-10 metres out, like that mid just did just then, so just here, making it here, it just gives you the chance to make a small mistake and still be able to recover.
And so Cambridge looking to try and get this 2-point gap. Maynard just slipped at the crucial moment. How is the surface out there? Is it with all the rain we've had this week? Is it quite soft underfoot?
A little bit soft, yeah. I didn't find it too bad, but there was a bit of slipping. So when they scored, it was definitely because I slipped over. Yeah, it was very slippy at those points, but other points it was all right. It's actually nice to have a bit of rain. Actually, normally just the baked surface that you see.
Yeah, certainly we've not seen much blue sky or sunshine this week, and the pitch has held up really well actually here in Manchester. Trafford Rugby Club. Just over 2 minutes then to go until the half-time interval, and Cambridge leading by 6 points to 5. And it's been a really good game to watch. As Nottingham Hoods looking to come forward over the 10 metre, going through the centre. Nice little short build-up passing play, looking to switch over to this near side. Can they burst through? Brilliant play.
Touch and pass that, I think. Yeah, unlucky. These are crucial moments as well, like a couple of minutes before the end of the half. People get a little bit tired. It's a tight call, but yeah, I think the referee made a right decision there. Winger, I feel like wingers are a bit like goalies in football. You're either going to make a great decision, you're going to make a poor one, and everyone's going to tell you about it. And they made a great decision, but sometimes people turn around to you and go, "Oh, you shot on the short side, shouldn't have done it." But it's real tough.
Oh, there we go. That comes that long pass. Just waiting for the referee's confirmation, and it is another try for Cambridge, and now they do have that 2-point lead. Good pass from Maynard, switching over to this near side, and a good touchdown. Hannah Suzuki in this near side, and the 2-point advantage is now in favour of Cambridge, and especially in that crucial period just before half time as well.
Yeah, it could be 6-all, now it's 7-5. All pretty obvious commentating that, but
well, no, but it's really important. Just we've talked about it in Banbury and just a bit this morning about that period just before and after half time where the game potentially can be won or lost. Nottingham Hoods, can they just get one before that hooter goes, before the break? Just give them a bit more confidence and give them a boost going into the break if it can just get one.
Yeah, but I guess as you saw from our game, he's going to step inside.
Oh, they do have one just before the break.
Goodbye, Will Lupton. I feel like Ollie could just be protecting his outside here. Doesn't have to worry about it. Get the other mid to protect his inside. And the hooter is sounded out, and that brings an end to the first half
And what a game we've got on our hands. Nottingham Hoods 6, Cambridge Hornets 7 in what has been a really good first half.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about my prediction of 9-7. I think they're going to get there a bit quicker than I thought. But some really good line attack there, shown just then with the razor. And that's the way in mix it is slightly different, and some defences run it slightly differently. So some have like a pocket middle, and to attack them you need to run slightly different things than you would in men's or women's. So yeah, some really good line attack. Should be a good second half.
It certainly will be. Don't go anywhere. The second half of Nottingham Hoods against Cambridge Hornets will be coming up next.
Roll ball is the equivalent of a ruck in rugby union or a roll ball in rugby league. What we're looking for is a clear plant of the ball, no rolling of the ball physically despite it being called a roll ball, and we're looking for the clean ball for the half to come in and either scoop or pass the ball off the deck. So a roll ball is done by putting one part of the body over the ball. So there's two ways you can make a roll ball. You can either plant the ball and run through, as in over the top of the ball, or you can plant the ball and swing your foot around the front of it, which is called a quickie, to step to one side or the other faster than having to step all the way over the ball. So the roll ball has to be done where you are touched or initiate the touch. It also has to be placed between the legs, not to one side or the other, so that the ref can clearly see that you've either stepped over the ball or you've swung your foot around the front of it. In the roll ball, the hips of the person putting the ball down have to be square. By that they mean they have to be parallel to the pitch, not facing one side or the other. A three-man drive is an attacking play which we use to gain momentum. The three-man drive includes three players, a half, the person who dumps the ball, and the runner. These three players will alternate between themselves in order to create each person's role within that three-man drive. So it'll start with a roll ball, the half will then pass the ball off the deck to the first runner. This first runner will then become the person who dumps the ball, initiating the touch on the defender, for then the person who previously dumped the ball to become the half. A four-man drive is a three-man drive, but with another person. The four-man drive can also be referred to as arrows, and what we're looking to do is the exact same principle as a three-man drive, but just to add a secondary option of the runner. So you've got one runner on the left, one runner on the right, and the half will wrap around whichever way they pass the ball, becoming the runner. The best way to complete a four-man drive or an arrows platform is to hit one side, i.e. to pass the ball to the left, and then to pass the ball to the right, the second runner, and then the left for the third, and so on. A buddy is a two-man play which we use to create the momentum for a three- or four-man drive. A buddy involves the ball being put down, stepped over, the half will then pass back to that same person, and they will run straight into the three- or four-man drive.
Oh, you meant, yeah. Drink some drink then. It's actually whiskey.
Second.
So welcome back to Manchester, the second round of the Belief Elite National Touch Series. And we're into our third game of the day. And what a game we have shaped up for you. Close game once again. And we're back underway in the second half. I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Henry Stratford from CSSC London. And what a game we've got on our hands in the second half.
Yeah, it always builds the nerves as well when they the players went out about 2 minutes early and just been waiting on the field. And when you're waiting there, you get a bit more nervous than you will be. So he's just around the counties here, Sam Misson. Oh, that's nice.
To weave his way through. Was there a touch or was it?
No, he's managed to wriggle through. So we've done the counties here. He's just stepped inside and then just run the switch. And the mid's just shut in a bit. Oh no, he's just held. Just got stuck on his feet a little bit. But great attack.
Yeah, certainly. What a start to the second half for Cambridge. And now they have a 2-point advantage restored now. And with only under a minute gone in this second half. And Nottingham Hoods looking to try and reduce that deficit with their first attack. And looking to just build it from left to right. Just trying to create some spaces, I'm guessing. Just trying to work that angle.
So that's what we call a B sweeper. So they've done like an Aussie or a switch, and then the sweeper comes round. Another trap.
What a start to the second half, just diving forward. It was Lupton, I think, was it, just coming in then, getting it the lay off, and then just looking to go left and then diving forward.
Just releasing slightly early there. Glenn did all right there. He pulled fairly square back. And then it was the right mid, just took the sold by the dummy. Actually, if he just held, and also I guess the link and the wing on this side, so I think it was Ollie Maynard. If they were just a little bit higher, I'm saying all this is exactly what I should have done against Wigan like a few minutes ago. But yeah, if they had just been a little bit higher, it would have helped.
Looking to go in the middle now. Cambridge looking to try and get that 2-point gap back. Samuel Misson, we saw him for a brilliant try in the first half with a lovely little piece of skill. And Samuel Misson looking to go through the centre, looking to switch it over. Not on this occasion. So just building in their own half, Nottingham Hoods. Coming from us near side to the far side.
Just stop momentum a little bit there. Nottingham needs to just re-inject it.
To go through the middle, trying to burst forward. Bit of momentum, bit of yards eaten up. It looked like he was just going to lay it off then, and then it's now a turnover possession in favour of Cambridge.
That's really small cues. I think the link actually did well there. Although it was kind of a shot, she just kept her same body shape. So always facing outwards, so always can chase out, but then just flicked, we call it a flick touch. So just flick the hand, made the touch, great job.
Here comes Jones, bursting for, and just that pickup at the crucial moment. It was Oliver Maynard just getting off Jones, and now a turnover possession in favour of Nottingham Hoods. So that was a good opportunity potentially missed for Cambridge there.
Yeah, again all the cliches, but we'll see how important that is later on.
So well as Nottingham Hoods now just with possession in the Cambridge half, just slightly slowing things down, although trying to work the angle in the middle. And we're just going to try and entice this Hornets defence forward and spread the play. Looking to go through the middle though, bursting forward on. Just fumbled at the crucial moment.
Glenn's body position wasn't great there, so he was the left-hand side mid, and it kind of faced in. So if I was running that short, I'd go short side on him next. He'll probably correct it for the next one, but
well, I guess one of those things you just learn, or you just sort of pick up on as the game goes on, as the weekend goes on.
Yeah. Chris Wall did run a good call when we were against Wigan. We saw the link was coming up, and then often meant the whole one. So that's just the first check off on the hammer. So it's the 33 dump. And the link runs it, and it's just the first hole was off and on, and we ran it on, I think it was George Price, and it worked pretty well. So it's one of those, it's really tough because it's a very strategical game, and whilst you're playing, you're absolutely knackered, so you're sprinting, but also if you can keep your wits about you, and actually if you have a coach or somebody on the side just watching, you can pick up small behaviours. We all do different things, and if you just watch who's on there, you can often sort of pick on the weaknesses.
Yeah, it is that sort of blend of just tactical and just high intensity play, isn't it, touch rugby? It's so relentless. And looking to dive forward, and not on this occasion for Cambridge.
Links done well there, just kept nice and compressed, but it looks like it's 6 more. Nottingham look to have just looking at Razor.
Oh, just slipping. Did he just dive forward there? Could he? No. So try for Cambridge. That's one thing we have talked about, of course. But the surface will play its part today and tomorrow. We are expecting a little bit of rain throughout the afternoon. Samuel Misson picking it up. Misson picking it up again. Nice little layoff, switching over to this near side. Oh, she got in.
Ball to ground.
Opportunity missed, and we were talking actually with Hannah Crisp from BBR in the previous game. Just the importance of those wingers. They're just so crucial, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's often underrated, and it's lots of small things that they'll do, and they make a massive difference. So whether that's when you're subbing off, those people just taking control, particularly when you're tired and you're subbing off or you're subbing on, like someone just taking that control, just to go, right, you're stepping here, you're doing this, real basic stuff. If you're not knackered, it's really easy to do, but when you are knackered, that's when those problems come in.
Nottingham Hoods over on that far side corner, looking to try and work some space, although that Cambridge defence looks really tight at the moment, and they're just slowing things down. Looking to go left, but opting to go right, puts the ball down and looking to drive forward over the try line. Looking for an option, still with it, still looking for that. Oh, and have they just managed to secure it? Turnover in possession, let's have another look on the replay.
Number 6 had given up. He was like, yeah, you guys carry on, keep chasing. They did well though to mirror. It's a really tough skill actually, just to mirror, and I mean, I end up just normally causing a penalty or something, just because it ends up. Have you played much netball? I don't know if you have.
I've seen a lot of netball. Yes.
Yeah. Is that similar kind of mirroring of you're watching
Yes.
the ball in your periphery, but you also have to watch the man more than you watch the ball.
Yes.
Which is really tough to do.
Yeah, it's a real art, isn't it? It's almost a real skill you have to learn. Nottingham Hoods looking to build from inside their own half. Just over 12 minutes to go. It's still very close. Surely we're not going to get another draw, are we?
And 9-7's still on.
It certainly is. It's not been as... The points haven't been flowing as much in the second half as we saw in the first.
What was the score against us against Wigan? Was it similarly? Because I felt like it slowed down. I know they scored loads and we didn't, but
it was 10-all in the end, and I believe it was 9-6 at one point. I think
9-6. Okay.
Yeah.
And at half time was it? Because I was wondering, because I felt like it was sort of like a 6-all, and then there was less tries in the second half.
I think so. You might have, from memory, I think you were leading just by 1 point. I think I remember at the break. That's from memory, although we can try and confirm that. Maynard picking up, looking to go from right to left, looking to that far side, and just not picked up once again. So turnover possession in favour of Nottingham.
It looks daft, but actually, and although it's a bit of a waste just throwing it, it can be quite good because they've just made sure that it starts on the other side of the field, which means that Nottingham have to run all the way over to come and sub off, whereas if it dumps on the right-hand side corner, it's much easier for Nottingham to sub off.
So Nottingham Hoods using that to their advantage on this near side. Still in their own half, and looking to try and get through the middle. They really, well, can they get this next try? It's been low scoring in the second half. It feels crucial. Can they get back to 8 apiece? A little lofted pass over, back into the centre. Good quick interchanging in the middle. The referee spotted something, and a turnover in favour of Cambridge. Just over 10 minutes left to play. It's another tight, intriguing matchup. As Cambridge look to come forward, look to try and get towards halfway. And eat up the yards as they go through the centre. Nice little pick-up by Samuel Misson. His lightning red boots on, looking to go through the middle. Trying to burst forward. Has he done that? Looking for a player. Brings it down. Waiting for the confirmation of a referee, but it looks good. And it certainly is, and it's 9-7.
Again, similar thing with momentum there. They actually set it up slightly wrong, so the 33 scoop that they just did just then, actually Matt Maynard should have stepped left and would have given Sam the space, but actually just with that momentum, if you keep rolling, people get tired, not quite sure where they're looking. But yeah, real great scoop. Good touch by Matt Maynard there. There's definitely some pace in both of these sides and youth.
Certainly, yeah. That's the blend you're sort of looking for. Obviously, a couple of experienced players, and then that mixture of youth, obviously, can really be helpful. And Nottingham's looking to try and get in there, and they have done. And now that gap is reduced once again to 1 point.
It's a great dive here. She just dives over the top of the diving defender here, or just to the side. Really good dive.
Certainly was. And now going into the final 10 minutes, and it's still anybody's guess.
Which way are you calling it?
Feeling Nottingham Hoods, might just get themselves back into this. You never know. It's certainly intriguing. It's one of those ones that you could be right either way. And here comes Maynard looking to try and get through left of centre.
Again, they're just seeing the sweeper early, which is great. So that mid's coming up early makes it much easier to defend.
Off and looking to that far side, poor pass around the ankles and couldn't be picked up.
Yeah, right move, just poor execution.
Nottingham Hoods, well, they know that another try and they're back all square with 8 minutes remaining. Just arcing their run over to this near side just to get a few substitutes on the field and freshen it up. To go through the centre, over the halfway and into the Cambridge half. 10 metre, nice build up from Nottingham. Oh, this is really lovely play.
It's great, just manipulation there, and I think Will was probably running that a little bit. If I was Nottingham, I would look actually when they're driving towards their box. They often have that half isn't sure where anyone is, and they kind of got away with it there. But did really well just to manipulate the defence, keep them rolling back. 9-all.
Close this out, guys. Come on.
So 7 minutes remaining and we are 9 apiece. What a game this has been. What a morning we've had here in Manchester. Jones switching it over, looking to try and get to that far side, and again it's almost too high this time instead of the ankles. And another opportunity missed.
Yeah. Guys, Cambridge aren't swapped from sweepers to hammers. They're predicting the sweeper really early. Just swap it to a hammer, and you've got both mids up there. Again, this is similar, this subbing off move. They just get a little bit stuck. So they just need to think about who they're going to leave on it. Are you going to do a buddy? Who's going to hit instead? Yeah, for the next game, I'm sure they'll think about that.
Yeah, plenty of things to work on, and over the weekend you'll see those changes. And here comes Samuel Missing, looking to break forward. He gets it back, looking to go from left to right and diving forward. No try.
Oh, I think he was saying no touch.
Oh, no touch. I do apologise. And Cambridge have restored their lead once again. 6 minutes remaining, and how important could that be?
Great score by Samuelson. Again, defensive-wise, just protect your corner a bit more. And then if they come inside you, give them the 4-on-3. I think execute that, that's great. But yeah, just don't give them the outside.
Nottingham Hoods, how can they reply? Looking to try and get through once again, looking to dive forward. Last gasp touch to just stop him from going over. Still 10-9 to Cambridge, just over 5 minutes remaining in another close game. Nice little dummy sold in and going forward. Chance, another opportunity goes by for Nottingham Hoods.
Good touch.
Go on, roll it, man. Keep working, guys. Keep working.
getting over to that far side lane. Some substitutes to come on now with Jones.
Just over the mark there. I think I did something similar on there about a minute to go. I let them have a line attack. Just kicking myself afterwards.
Nottingham's looking to come forward. Can they get back all square? Simple way off from left to right, and they're picking it up once again in the middle. Just slowing things down, working an option, finding an angle. Waiting for that perfect time to pounce, looking to try and get forward. Important touch from Samuel Missing. Nice pick up and just working their way back, just taking their time. Heading towards the corner, trying to maybe create a bit of space when you're heading to that corner to create space over to the right.
Yeah, I think they did it though, and then check back in, and then you've got one more touch, whereas here it's last, you're just having to run it.
And heading for that corner once again, although a bit of space potentially opened up there. But still in possession, Nottingham Hoods, they've had the ball for a while. Oh, and a turnover in possession. Oh, I think just trod on his foot, just limping a bit. Oh, that's a nasty one.
That's a proper limp.
A limp and run off the pitch straight away. That looked a real nasty one.
That's good by Cat, because some of it, when you're on last, just stay up. Because actually, that boy's probably got loads of pace, probably faster than Cat, but Cat just stayed up. Just made the touch really easy for her.
So Oliver Maynard here. Sandler to his right. And here is that man looking for Maynard, looking to go himself, diving forward. Not on this occasion.
So the key bit here from what I saw from World Cup was just this line speed. So we're walking up just a little bit too slowly here. Just don't give them time to set, to decide. Just keep pressuring them. So as soon as they've done that, right, we're up again, 2 mids straight up. So just give them a bit of time here just to make a decision, have a chat, go, right, you go down here, we'll do this.
Switching over to that far side, great take and down. Oh, and obviously that last gasp touch just before the line, and what a save that was.
That's a great touch. Again, really good body position by Ellie there. She was just looking out. You can quite easily just sort of focus on the ball and look inwards, but actually, as long as your body's facing outwards, you've got a chance to chase out.
Crucial could that touch be for Nottingham Hoods, searching for this point that could get the game back level at 10 apiece and looking to drive forward. Is the space opening up? Oh, and they get it down.
Again, similar thing. So it's far mid you want to focus on if you're going to scoop. And he just showed his shoulders, went the wrong way with his body shape. Gave Will the chance just to step. It was pretty easy. He walked through in the end, and then good elusiveness to go away from the mirroring.
Well, 10 apiece. What a game. And what a morning we've had in Manchester so far. Just over a minute to go. Are we going to get a winner? Cambridge in possession, looking to drive forward. Samuel Missing, bursting forward. Does he get through? He does. Can he find someone? Oh, no. Brings it down. But it was an important touch just at the very last. A minute to go. And back with Samuel Missing. Looking to go to his right, just steps over it, gets it back. Looking to drive forward, switches it on, a great interception, and now they burst through. Nottingham Hoods with under a minute to go.
Oh, wow. Drama there. Line attack. Sam Missing on the counties. You're back in, but Will read it really well there. And yeah.
Absolutely sensational stuff in the final minute.
Jacob, last set, let's do it out, last set.
That's what you could have, but instead we've got a better game.
And now, with just under 10 seconds to go, Nottingham Hoods look like they've potentially stolen the game, but can Cambridge get a last gasp try? What a final minute we've had. There goes the klaxon. Last phase of play. And that brings a close to what has been a brilliant game. What a second half, what a final minute. And Nottingham Hoods have won it at the very last.
Yeah, great game. Both sides really impressive in line attack. Really, really good. I think it's just those final few minutes. Will stepped up, got the intercepts. Fair play to him. Like, really, really well played.
Well, thank you very much, Henry, for joining us in the commentary box, and good luck for the rest of the day and the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Well, our next game on the live stream will be Exeter Raptors taking on Manchester Chargers. I recommend that you do not go anywhere. What a morning we have had, and we've still got plenty more to come.